look now at another plain ticket instance to show you how it looks like when it's populated. So here's the ticket viewing screen with a few tickets actually. There's lots of information on this page, and that's the whole purpose of this page actually. Basically, the default view presents you with all active tickets. Categories are used to regroup tickets according to categories you define. So in this case, this customer has decided to divide his request into sales leads. This will present you only with the tickets that have to do with sales leads. Those for orders, deliveries, and so on and so forth. One interesting tab on top is the My Tickets tab, which presents you with only the requests or tickets that you are responsible for. Let's go back to the All Ticket view. Each request or ticket is a row in the table. As I've told you earlier, there's the ticket number, the moment it's been created on, the subject of the request, the category it's been classified into, who's responsible for the ticket, its priority, status, and planned resolution date. Most of these values can actually be changed directly from that screen. Say for example, if you want to change ticket 54 from the sales lead categories to another category, you only need to click on the sales lead title, choose another category, say for example deliveries, click on OK, and from then on you'll see ticket 54 appear in the deliveries tab. There it is. Accordingly, you can also change the person who is responsible for a ticket directly from this screen. If I want to change the agent for ticket number 41 or assign it to someone, I just need to click on the title here, find a new agent, click on OK, and the ticket will be transferred to that person. Priorities are color-coded, in this case from green, which is low, to red, which is being a ticket in a red alert state. Status represents the actual progress of the ticket. That also can be edited directly in line. So if, for example, ticket 124 is not anymore in progress but is in a waiting status, you click on its title, choose awaiting, click on OK, and the ticket has been updated. Same goes for the date, the planned resolution date. So if you know, for example, that ticket number 54 cannot be resolved by Thursday the 20th, you can choose another time or a time period. Say it will be resolved in 3 weeks, and the date is automatically adjusted. By default, the list of open tickets will be sorted by the date in which they've been created. Namely, the most recent tickets will be showing on top. But you can sort this list to according to another criteria. So for example, if you click on the priority title here, all tickets will be sorted from low priority to high priority. But you may want rather to get the opposite. So if you click again on the priority title, there you'll see all the tickets that are in red alert condition, from the most urgent to the less urgent ones. You can also resort this table according to status, and more importantly, to planned resolution date. It's only a matter of clicking on the title in the green row. You also get notifications of new mails that are embedded within tickets. See, for example, on ticket 111, there's a little envelope icon that's colored here. That means that there's a message waiting for me, a new message waiting for me in ticket 111. By default, the ticket viewing page shows all tickets according to categories. It's also possible to completely change the tabs by choosing some other criteria in the drop-down list. You can have tabs which show the actual users, so there you can see who exactly is responsible for what ticket. You can have the ticket view show priorities for low, normal, and high priority, or even you can have the tickets view shown by status. And finally, when the time comes and you have many tickets in your system, you can restrain your view from all current tickets to say the last 25 ones or the last 50 ones. This will bring the ticket viewing page into a more manageable screen. As tickets get resolved, you'll see that over time they'll be, well, moving from one list to the other. Say for example, ticket 125 has been resolved today. We change the status to solved. And now you see that it's gone from the list of open tickets and it shows up into the list of solved tickets. This list will grow over time and will eventually constitute your knowledge base. One final comment is that you get on the top right of the list of open tickets what we call an info box. The info box will list all the tickets which are in an abnormal state, meaning that you'll get the number of tickets which are late, those who do not yet have a resolution date, and even those tickets that have new messages in it. That covers most of the functionalities in the ticket viewing screen. Now let's have a look around the ticket editing screen. We'll click on ticket number 111 because I have a new message in it. That brings us to the second screen in Plain Ticket, ticket editing screen, which is grouped into 4 different parts. The first part of the screen is the ticket description. There you have the ticket number, in this case ticket 111, its creation time, who has created it and from what email address, the subject of the request. In that case it's a request to verify a bill for a certain customer, and the actual description of the problem. If there are any attached files to that ticket, they may be included as well. They can be PDF documents, Word documents, or even images. If these are images, you can show them directly in line by clicking on this button, Display Hide Images. That can be very useful in some cases. You can also click directly on the attached files to download them onto your local machine. At any time you can actually modify the ticket, either in line by clicking on the actual field you want to change. In this instance, if we want to change the subject of the ticket, to modify the customer number, it's as easy as clicking on the subject, changing the value, and clicking on OK. Same goes for the description of the ticket. That allows you to quickly change the subject or the description of a ticket in a timely fashion. If you'd rather change many fields of the ticket description, you can click on the Modify Ticket button. That brings up many fields that can be changed at the same time, namely the subject field, description field, and you can even have custom fields in this instance, and include more attachments. Click on Confirm Ticket Modifications and you'll see that your modifications have been successfully updated. The second part of that screen has to do with ticket operations. They're all regrouped in the same table, and from there you can change all of the actual parameters of one ticket, namely you can change the category, the priority. You can precisely pick a date and time for the planned resolution date. You can also determine whether this is going to be an approximative resolution date or an actual deadline which cannot be moved. You can also change the owner of the ticket. and its status finally. When you've completed making modification operations, please do not forget to click on the button Confirm Operations. From there you'll see all your parameters properly changed. The third and fourth section of that page have to do with ticket messages. First, you are presented with a dialog box which allows you to actually add messages to this ticket. This implies that you first have to read what has gone so far into the concerning this ticket. So the list of messages concerning this ticket, namely ticket 111, will present you all the messages and the date and time they've been posted, by who, in reverse chronological order, meaning that the most recent message will be displayed on top. So now we know that there's been a few interventions and that Ms. Grace Adler has called today Mr. Smith, and that he should be calling back before the end of the day. But actually, the story is not exactly like that. Mr. Smith has called me instead of the agent. So we'll put a new message to that effect. And if we arrange the problem, we may detail the actual solution in the message, which would be better. Or we can simply put a short message, update the status of the ticket, add the message, and you'll see now that the ticket has been updated and that the new message has been added on top of the list of messages. That sums up the list of functionalities for the ticket editing page.